On August 2nd, 2019, we first heard about 2XKO, which was actually known as Project L back then. That was 2,054 days ago, and we still don't have a release date. It kind of sounds much worse when I put it like that, but yeah, here we are 5.5 years later, and although many people, myself included, got to try out an early build of the game during the Alpha Lab at the end of last year, we are still anticipating a release date. If you're excited about this game and frequent the subreddit or follow any discussions on social media, you're probably aware that people have been salviating in hopes for an update over the last few months, which has admittedly led to quite a few hilarious memes. Well, the good news is that it's been confirmed that we are getting a large update at the end of March. They mention a deep dive on their gameplay changes since the alpha, including the character Jinx, some context and info on the next Alpha Lab, and a show match featuring the dev team. They mentioned there's so much gameplay changes that it's essentially 45 minutes. This is going to be like a whole Nintendo Direct just based on mechanic changes, which I'm actually very excited for. I enjoyed the 2XKO Alpha Lab quite a bit. Playing with a group of 4 friends was some of the most fun I've had in a fighting game in forever, but I did feel like there were some things that just felt a little off to me about the game, so I'm super excited to see all these changes. But what are the odds that they actually give us a release date for the game? Well, if I'm being honest, I don't think it's that high, but I do think there is a chance that we may not only get a release date, but we'll actually be playing this game in about 5 or 6 months, and let me tell you why. This is TFT, an auto battler made by the same company, Riot Games, and they recently had their new announcement about a set just this past weekend. Every 4 months, TFT gets a brand new kind of revamp where there's a new theme, new characters, and just new mechanics in general. During their announcement for the next one, Max, the esports lead, shares some news about the changes that competitive TFT will be having, which is great and all for people that play TFT, myself included. But what really got me excited is when he said this.
Starting with the next set, set 15. Word on the street, it's some sort of fighting tournament.
So this was the announcement for set 14, which is around the corner, which means set 15 should be in around 5 to 6 months, and we know that it is an anime style fighting tournament. We actually knew that a while back because they mentioned it in a graphic, but it never really struck me until I heard Max say it like this. You know, he gives it so much oomph and even rubs his hands. Now, just because he mentioned fighting tournaments and rubbed his hands together doesn't really mean anything in terms of 2XKO. You might be thinking I'm reaching, and honestly maybe I am, but I just want to point out that this isn't something new for Riot if it did have anything to do with 2XKO. Cross-promoting between their own games isn't something that's new to Riot or TFT in general. When Arcane Season 1 came out, a Netflix animated show that has, very good reviews. I recommend checking it out if you never have. TFT's entire set was based around the champions and regions you'd see from the show back then in set 6. They even added a character that was from Arcane, but not originally from League, which was a first for TFT. Before that, every single model they used in TFT was taken from League of Legends, but now they cross-promoted with Arcane and specifically added new TFT content with it. And then there's League and Valorant. There are the characters Zeri and Neon, who were co-developed by people from the League and Valorant team together, and these characters were released around the same time in the 2 different games. I don't really understand if this was even like an Easter egg or something between the games, but it was an interesting cross-promotion. The current set of TFT that people are playing on right now is actually based on Arcane Season 2, which came out just a few months ago. And once again, TFT got a new character that League of Legends didn't have in Mel. She was later added to League afterwards, and her kit had absolutely nothing to do with anything that she did in TFT, so that was kind of funny though. But yeah, it's not uncommon for new champions or skin lines in League to end up being major themes in TFT in sets that follow them. Now, I'm not saying that just because set 15 is based around a fighting tournament that it has to be 2XKO themed in particular, but I really do think there will be some cross promotion between the 2 games. The timing seems to line up a little too perfectly for it to be a coincidence, but I could also just be huffing on some extreme copium as well. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about 2XKO's release date. Do you think it will come out during set 15 of TFT? Do you think that we will get a release date during the next major update in a week or so? And are you hyped about trying the next Alpha 2 whenever we get news on that? I'd love to hear your opinions as well. Anyway, that's it for today. Like, comment, and subscribe for future 2XKO updates and guides, and stay beautiful, my friends. I'll see you in the next one.